Hi my friend, it's me Paul and I am back relatively in short time, and this is the last video update about the Galton game part 5. And as I speak you might assume that the game is already finished, and you are right, it is finished and ready to use, and today I will show how it looks like and how to use it. Therefore take it also as a video tutorial, and then I'll tell you what lessons I learned and what lessons you can learn too. Therefore stay with me. And before I move on, I would like to welcome all new Gene users and invite you to the Wave Hunters group on Facebook. There are already 99 members and just one and will be 100. So do not hesitate and join this group right now, and as a Gene user I will approve your membership. Also subscribe to this channel and click the bell to be notified about new upcoming video updates. And if you like what you see, give a like, because this helps to bring more people to this project and promote it on YouTube. You can watch also recently published introduction to my second WorldSense project if you want. The link is in the description of this video too. And if you like what I do and want to support my work more, then you might consider become my patron on Patreon. There I have already 8 patrons, and I thank you to all of you, and also to the newest one. So Anna, thank you very much for your great support, and stay tuned. Everybody and you can also simply donate this project and my work via PayPal Me. The links to the Patreon and PayPal Me are in the description of this video. And the smallest thing you can do, and it will cost you nothing but it will have big influence to this project, is just to subscribe, like and share it everywhere where you can, between your friends and on every social platforms. And now I'm ready to begin, and let's just jump into the Gene game directly, and we can describe, or I can describe, the interface. So there is the logo Gene Galton game, and there are links to Gene and also to Facebook, to YouTube, to my email, and to Patreon and PayPal Me. And there are the parameters I already presented on the part 4, and the buttons, and there is a new button, and I added the graph showing the distribution of the balls below the Galton board. The best way will be just to show it exactly how it looks like. So now pay your attention, because it will be something like the video tutorial that it will be then easy for you to use it. So at first we have to fill in the number of layers. I will start with 3 layers right here and click the load. So the board was created with 3 layers. It looks like a pyramid, and there is the space to fill in the pattern we want to search for. I can do it manually like I did before, like 1, 0 and 1, or you can use new function, it's autofill. There are 4 presets you can use. It's like only 1s, 0s, or 1, 0, or 0 and 1. So I can leave it like it is if I'm happy, or I can change it anyway by manually. And after that I have to load this pattern into the program. So I click the pattern, now it's written here, it's loaded, and then I click just start, and it's running, and you can see already the distribution, and every 10,000 cycles the screen is refreshed, so you see the values are updated here. And I will describe now the values. So at first, the very important parameter is number of hits. It says how often this pattern is present in the whole number of cycles. And the second number of hits in percentage, it says what percentage it is this number in the whole number of cycles. Now it is 4% of the whole cycles, so it's quite often there present. And then very interesting and important parameter I presented last time, and it was the breakthrough in the research and development of the Gene software, and this is the maximal length of the pattern we can find. and here it's the length is 19, and now the score is 6 times longer than the number of layers, and that's really something which blew my mind, and I believe it will blow your mind. And so that's it, and that's what we are looking for. And here you can see the distribution, and you can see that it's difficult to have these sides to left or right. It means only to have zeros, or here only to have ones, but it equals to the even distribution that is normally presented in the Galton boards. So it is also a sign that it's coded well and it corresponds to reality. Now I will make a bigger Galton board, so when we want to finish, you can stop it by end and continue again. So it's just like this, and when I end it, so it says here game ended, then I clear it, so it's cleaned, and I will just change the number of layers. So you can see it's very simple, and then I will repeat the step from the left to the right. It is the same procedure like in the Gene software. So here I will put the load, and we have new pyramid with 10 layers. Here is the space for the pattern. Now I will use the autofill because now it makes more sense to use the autofill, as it's not time consuming, and for some quick test it is the best option you can use. So let me select one of the 4, so I will use the 4th one. You see pattern 4 is filled here, so 0 1 0 1 and so on. So now I will load it and start it, and you see we can see again the distribution, and it's much more difficult to get to the left or to the right, but there are the results as well. It means that we have 13 or 17 zeros here and 11 ones here at this moment. And I will just switch on monitoring just to see how it works on background. Now it's visible but much slower, because now it's not 10,000 cycles or 20,000 cycles per second, but just a few cycles, so it's very slow, and it doesn't make sense for our analysis to have this monitoring on. But you can see how each ball is falling down as it's represented by different color, and here you can see how it's matching the falling ball with the pattern we were selecting, and it's represented by green color and red. It means there is no match. So as it's running, it is great. And when we look for that, there is 24 hits, and it is 0.01%. So it means that this pattern is already there, and the great thing is that it's longer than number of layers, and the length is 17, and it's 1.7 longer than the number of layers. And if we run it longer time, then it will be much longer than now, and this is something what I am looking for, and that's why I would like to share this game with you. That's why it's for free, and that's why I would like you to use it and share your results in the Wave Hunters group or on other things like email, whatever. So that's running, and now I can end it for a while, and that's it what I wanted to show with this game. And there you have it, you can use it. The link to download will be in the description of this video. Also the file will be available in the Wave Hunters group, and then you can take it and use it according to this video. And I would like you to run it and share your results in the Wave Hunters group, or just send it to my email if you don't want to join this group. It's no problem for me, because I'm really curious how long your pattern will be and how much longer it will be compared with the number of layers. So these are these most important parameters I will look for, and that will be great experience and knowledge I'd like to get also from you, because it helps a lot. And now I would like to share with you 3 lessons I learned. The first one is that there are the patterns present, and it is in line with the wave-like theory, and they are not present rarely. It's not rare, they are present quite often here. But furthermore, these patterns, and that's the second lesson, are longer than I expected. They are really longer. And this is also, if you imagine that like a history, and then it's longer than history, so the pattern, it has some predictability, that you can predict that this pattern will be longer, and it is good sign for the gene and its use, so it makes sense to work on this software. And the final and third lesson I will describe here. If I clean it and put, for example, 100 layers, load it, use the autofill, just simple, and start it. Now it started to draw that, but it's quite slow, and make it faster. So the third lesson is about the nature, and because in nature there are a lot of these random processes, and in this random world it's not possible to get to extremes, like to get only zeros or to get only ones. It's not even possible. And based on these rules and behavior, a lot of living things and processes are based. So that's why you can live with millions of cells inside and for many years. And that's the lesson number 3. And you can compare it with our intelligence. When you drive a car, is different. You are using just straight direction, for example, to use only once. But when you make a small mistake, just instead of 1 you will use 0, then you will go off the road and crash your car. And that's why our behavior is not always stable, and that's why we have some disasters by the human activities. Therefore, the lessons is about to use this principle in our system as much as we can. And I already know that these systems are used in economy, like to predict how many customers will go to the shop if it's placed in the middle of the town. So it's really certain that there will be always someone who will pass the shop. So that's why it's good to build it here. And based on that, there are many things done, and it always needs a lot of, let's say, data or samples or people to bring this behavior in practice. So these are all 3 lessons. So the first one, as I said, that the number of patterns, the hits are here, the patterns are present and very often. The second is that the length of pattern is much longer than expected, and the third one is that the natural law is really very stable. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching and your attention. The Gene Galton game will be downloadable on the link in the description of this video or in the Wave Hunters group as a file that you can download it. And finally, again, I would like to ask you to use it and share your best results in this group or directly with me. So that's all. And before I finish, I would just repeat a few things I said in the beginning. So join this Wave Hunter group to reach 100, then subscribe to this channel, click the bell and give like to bring more people. You can watch the recent published video introduction to the Second World Sense project. The link is in the description. And if you like what I do, you might consider become my patron on Patreon or just donate this project via PayPal me. Links are in the description. And the smallest thing you can do is to subscribe, like, and share it everywhere where you can, between your friends and on every social platforms. And that's it. I am at the end. Take care and see you all on a new video update. It will be the live stream, the open talk number 6, where we can meet online and talk online, and you can give me some questions or your suggestions. So I'm looking forward to meet you and see you soon, and until that, have a great time. Goodbye.